All right, so let me show you what would have happened if I didn't reference it. So the formula to calculate the percentage would have been equal the 56 divided by 70 for test 1. Yes, I would have just had B2, but if I wanted to use the fill handle, as the question said, you should copy the formula to the other cells. So if I went ahead and copied that formula, you can see that you would have gotten some errors there, because formula does, or what the fill handle does, it continues in the sequence or in that range. So you can see that the formula continues to change. So B3, B4, B5. Yes. But when it reaches B6, you realize that there's nothing there. Right. So it can't calculate anything there. That's why absolute reference. Okay, so okay. Go back to the properties. Okay. Go back to the first, the absolute. Okay, so what you should have done, absolute cell referencing, as I said, the input was there, so I was hoping that you guys would have probably done some research and see. So the right thing.
So
yes, so the right thing.
How do I know when to use absolute referencing?
Okay, yes. So that is if you're using a value that you don't want to change.
Okay.
So because you have the so this is at B2. Yeah, you're in problem because it would be looking into the cells following that cell, coming down.
So what do you do?
Okay, yes. So the absolute cell referencing, which I'm referring to now, you would use the dollar signs. So $B, $2 makes it absolute, meaning that it doesn't change, or it keeps looking to B2 for that value. One clear on that?
And the absolute referencing B, $2 all the time?
No, so you would so this is where the fill handle comes in now. Let's show you.
No, I'm not asking about the fill handle. What I actually mean is if I'm doing something else and I need absolute referencing, is that the formula all the time? No?
All right. Go again with the question.
No, I'm asking if that formula, $B, whatever, $something, whatever, is always the absolute reference?
Yes, that's always the absolute reference. So if you want to change it, say look at for the Excel, I would have changed it there as well for $B3, $B, $3.
B3, right.
Because of reference into cell B3.
So it's $something.
Yes, so the column, the row.
And the row, right, okay.
Column, row.
So the cell, so it's basically the cell name. So this is cell B3. You just put a $sign at the beginning and before the 3.
That's the percentage column under Excel.
On Excel, correct.
Suppose you're adding a different sheet.
A different sheet? Yes, you do the same as well. And it would reference it, yes. So it's a bit different because it's it would be in a different sheet. So let me go and put it 70 right there. No, not the percentage, man. Any formula, any where you want to use it. Anything. So as long as you're referencing to that cell. So for instance, if you're so in any formula that you're using, I think you would use it. You will use it. You will use that absolute cell reference. So it's not just percentage. All right, so everyone clear on that so far?
Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
we know all of this.
All right, sure. Let me go ahead and delete this.
Where's those D in the?
Mine was at B2.
No,
All right, so to
that-
calculate
The
the,
first one was D11.
mhm. All right, so to calculate the percentage, it would be equal, and then you would select the cell. Sorry, it would be the raw score for Kenisha Miranda, and you would divide that by for the test score one. Right. So what I'm going to
You
do,
did it down there.
I did it right there. Yes.
You did it in the percentage area.
Yes, in the percentage area, because the question said that you should be able to autofill. Once you do that, you press
But when you
Enter
say
key.
equal, it gives you the need that thing immediately.
Yes, so once you say equal and you click the cell or cells. Mhm. All right.
Okay, this, okay.
Mhm. And you should be getting 0 point something. You should be getting a decimal number.
Can you do that again, please? I missed that because I wanted to see the formula.
Okay, sure. Let me see.
So for the percent, what's the
All
formula?
right, so
to
it is
find the
equal,
percent? Mhm.
and then I click the cell, which is the raw score for Kenisha Miranda,
Mhm.
and then we divide by 70, which is because we're using absolute referencing, then you'd use this. So otherwise, if you hadn't done that, then you would need to go through and type in the 70 each time. So the absolute cell reference is eliminates.
Well, you use B2 down there.
I just use B2 there.
So what do you do on the top?
No man.
Before when you had the dollar sign.
Yeah, so the dollar sign is where you would need to reference it. I'm just going over, let's see where we are.
Oh, dear.
I don't have a percentage, I have a 0.95.
You have a 0.95. Okay, yes, because I went ahead and did this before, so because it should be percentage as you can see in the table in the on the sheet. So what I did, I went ahead and changed the percentage. Remember this?
Oh.
Yes.
When you do that,
All right. Yeah, all right.
right.
All right, so let me start over then.
Oh, boy.
So I guess I need to start completely over then.
No, to enter in the names and stuff are quite fine, and the ID numbers and all, but calculating the formulas and stuff, that's where the challenge is.
Okay, all right, sure. So I guess I need to go over. All right, let me stop sharing this.
Which are the formulas?
All right, so we're right here now. I went ahead and I entered the ID numbers and the names. So that would be question 2 completed. So for question 3 now, we're going to enter the raw score, just copy that as well.
Yeah, to call the evidence, showing the evidence.
All right, so we went ahead and we entered the first name, the surname, and the ID. The next thing was to enter the raw scores. So you should have entered for test 1, ahead and enter that. Okay, and to enter the raw score would have been numbers that we would have made out of 70.
B11.
Alright, so I guess I need to just enter a few. 65, 70.
You just enter arbitrary numbers.
We are entering it. Sorry, go again?
You just entered arbitrary numbers.
Yes, so you just enter numbers as long as they're not above 70.
As long as they're not more than 70.
Yes, they're less than 70.
Okay.
Less than or equal to, thank you. All right. So we entered for all 20 students, and what we want to do is calculate the percentage next. So back to what we're referring to as cell referencing. So to calculate the percentage, it will be equal the raw score, and we're dividing that by 70.
Right.
So initially I had said if you had inputted the 70 there, then this is what we would have gotten. But if you try to use the fill handle now, you would get some errors at some point.
Okay. Sure.
All right, so we did that. So we said that we should be using the absolute cell reference. So it would be $sign. And so that one to press enter. Once you do that, and change it to percentage. Correct. Yeah, the fill handle. Correct. So we can do the fill handle even before as well. So we use the fill handle, and that fills out the cells. However, we want it to be percentage.
Okay. So
and the percentage symbol is there. So it's not $sign, it's percentage.
So you use percentage. It's really $sign. Oh.
Times 100. Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if you put that before, then you get an error. Yeah, man. So the percentage symbol is there, and on the assignment sheet, it shows that it is 2 decimal places.
Okay.
So let me just increase that. All right. So we're there now, right? All right, and for the scaled score now, it should be out of 20. So the raw score, so we're actually converting the raw score to be out of 20 because we have we will be having Excel and Access as well. So those should add up to the 100 instead of this. right? So to do that, it's quite simple as well. I guess for those who do maths can figure that out.
I don't.
Mathematics. So to
I
calculate the
don't.
skill score out of 20, how would we do that?
I guess therein lies my problem.
Is 6
Times
is
0.20.
the gross
Correct.
or
Right. So because this formula is already saying 65 out of 70
okay.
to get the percentage. I guess we can simply click on that. So equal. We click on this and we multiply it by 20.20.
What?
And get
And
the
then you
skill
pull
score
the
out of.
handle and pull all the rest.
No, that's okay,
Yes, we
Mariah.
need to type it. Yeah, because it didn't tell us
Pull the
to
handle
in
and
the
then
sheet. But we could set that before as well. Yeah, someone was saying something.
Just
I
do
was
that
saying
again.
then you
I
pull the
passed.
handle down to the bottom and then you look for the
20. Out of 20.
percentage
Sorry, go again.
again. And I'm saying, do
No, go
you?
again.
Are you talking to me, Ryan? I
Yes,
think
yes. Mr. Johnson.
yes. So you pull the fill handle all the way down now, and then you press the percentage sign, and you get
No, so okay, so it
not
wouldn't be percentage because it's out of 20. So we actually trying to get a scale as to how far the student is, or
okay.
how much that student is, which is out of the full 100. Correct.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, and yes.
Oh, I
Mhm.
see.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
take the decimal places down to 2. To 2.
And then feel.
Mhm. Right, and we do the same thing for the remainder. Right. However, though, on the sheet, on the assignment sheet, you're seeing that mine looks a bit different right here.
Mm-hmm.
On the assignment sheet, you're seeing test 1, and it covers all 3 columns.
Yeah.
You're seeing that, right? And so what to do right there? Right? Merge and center.
Yeah.
All the principles are coming out then, right? All right. Yeah, and we do the same thing for the others. Yeah, man, I would do the same thing for the others. For what's the other one? Excel. Excel and Access. So I'm just going to do that quickly. All right. So I just copied and paste because it's the same information that is there, just the heading that changes. All right. Yeah, and if we do that, you realize that some of the words are being edited, right? How to correct that?
Widen the color.
Widen the columns. All right. So we could use the out of it easily, right? Or we can
Right. Yes.
out of it column with.
Or you could just pull it.
We can go ahead and drag.
What I learned is that once you click at the top of the column,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
it's double click on it.
Just double click, and it does it, and it autofills it. Okay, good observation. Yes.
What was that?
Yes.
Double click
Someone
where?
was saying that you could simply to autofit the column.
Yeah.
Once you go to the top of the column, would just double click, and that autofits
Okay.
each.
Interesting. Okay. Each column.
Yes. All right, and would enter raw scores again for the Excel and also for the Access assignment. So easy so far, right?
Well,
Right.
70 for each, right?
Yes.
Excel, Access, final exam, and test 1. Everybody That makes it a little easier because all of them are 70.
Are the same? Correct. Yes.
I had no idea that is what I was supposed to have done. I was at school.
So it's like, oh, I put this here.
Or they,
Yes, it will be.
you put the key at the bottom.
E29.
E29. Correct. Uh-huh. But the principles are coming out, right? What we went over.
So you might just do the
Yeah.
sign.
$21. Right. Alright. So
Final exam.
final exam. I need to change that as well. Okay. And we'd use the same formula for all of them. Absolute self-reference.
What you can do is just to ensure that the formula goes
Right through it.
rather than just-
Yeah, so it doesn't change that cell. Not at all. It refers to that cell each time.
But like we said it every time.
Yeah, which take up time.
When I just did it again, just I made a mistake, you said, put it, the dollar sign, right?
Yes, the dollar sign. Alright, so let me just go back to where I was.
That's what very, very famous, right?
Yeah,
No,
the absolute self-referencing. Was it? I guess not. I guess, yes, I think, yes. Yes, I think I remember putting it there as well. Yes, yes. Alright, so we should be somewhere right where I'm at now, right? So we enter the grades for the Excel and the Access. So we would have been at question 5, where it said that you should calculate the coursework, the grades for the coursework.
Something. I missed something. Where did you get those grades?
Where did I get?
The grades.
Oh, no, man, I made up the raw scores. So it's just the raw scores that you are making.
Ask you if it was the okay. Okay,
Alright,
so
I guess this book is a bit mixed.
Excel, Access.
You said you wanted this before class tomorrow, and the end of class tomorrow.
I guess everything that we covered should allow us to get it by the end of class tomorrow.
in your class when tomorrow?
Sorry, go again?
Last class tomorrow.
When you say ending of class tomorrow?
I will use my to that.
You lose 5,000 because it said that they should be able to come the formula.
But not when I talk to you, I will use the process.
No, you
You got 17 everybody?
No, what I did was to give me 17.
Oh.
And just 17. That's the only thing I did.
So Ryan, you make up the raw scores, you make up the raw scores and you get to calculate the percentage. How do you get the scaled score?
Alright, go again with this, Maris.
You make up the raw scores as you go along, and then you use that to calculate the percentage based on
Yes.
the key that you have on top. How do you arrive at the scaled score?
Or do we calculate the scaled scores?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so that is a mathematical formula as well. So let me just, that's a math formula where we should be able to, what? Let me just stop sharing. Sorry. Yeah, but you know that so here that could have been problematic, right? If we're copying and so. Yeah, or it makes life a bit easier for absolute self-reference. A lot. So we'll just stop sharing again and start sharing.
Yeah, I understand the raw score and the percentage, but I'm not sure I understand the cell score, the scale score.
For the scale score, okay.
Yeah. And I keep jumping off. I don't understand this.
All right, so for the scaled score, it's saying that the scaled score, where is it? So for question 3, it's in for question 3, part 3, it says the scaled score for test 1 is calculated out of 20. Right, so it's saying that it is worth 20 points.
What, the scale score?
It
or
is
the scale score should be out of 20?
Right, so it is marked out of.
It is marked out of 70.
Which is only worth 20% of the score.
Correct.
So you convert it into 87% of 20.
Yes, so I'm not sure if you heard that. So it is marked out of 70, but it is only worth 20 marks.
Okay.
It's worth 20%.
Yes, it's worth 20% of the total score. Thanks.
So it's 20% of 87 of whatever is in that.
Yes, correct. So the raw score is out of 70, the scaled score is out of 20.
Oh.
So we basically converting is the right word, converting this to out of 20 for the scale score.
Converting the raw score. You're converting the raw score to scale score.
To scale score, correct. Yes. All right, and the formula is quite simple as well. If you can see, it is actually the raw score, which is 56 out of 70. So it is 56. So in brackets, it would be, let me show you. The brackets 56 out of 70 times 20.
Okay.
This would be the formula to calculate it.
56 out of 70 in bracket times 20. Okay.
Times 20, yes. So if you're doing it on paper, that is how we would actually write it. But in Excel, it makes it a bit easier, because what I did for mine was to simply multiply cell E11, sorry, by 20. Because what would have been in cell E11 would have been the percentage, which is E11, it would have been 56 divided by 70.
Right.
Which is the same as B11 divided by B2. So because that is already there, what I did was just to multiply this by 20. So it is E11.
By 20.
No, what I did was multiply E11 by 20. So because the formula is already right here, we need to go ahead and rewrite the formula. I could do that, but to make it a bit easier, I just multiply cell E11 by 20.
Oh.
Following so far, everyone? Okay, let's delete that. And then once I did that, I could simply use the fill handler and fill the rest of the cells. And I went across and I did the same thing. You make up the raw scores for Excel, and you make up the raw scores for Access.
So the percentage right across is 70, right?
Ryan.
Percentage, the raw score is graded out of 70 straight across, correct?
Out of 70 right across.
Right across, because remember we have this this key right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's always 70.
So it's always 70, correct?
And then for the scale score, you just do that. Use the same formula times 20.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So Ryan, I was asking you if you put the formula in F11 in order to get the scale. You put it in there and just pull the fill handle, and then you will get all of them. Is that what you do? Yes.
Yes, so I just simply use the fill handle and go through.
Right. So you put the formula in F11.
Yes.
And then you
So
pull
the formula is yes, so because the formula is already right here,
yeah.
so there's a formula once we click on it. What we simply need to do is just multiply it by 20.
Right.
So it's 11 times 20.
Okay.
Okay. You could go ahead and just type it again, but this is a more simpler way of it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, instead of just going through individually and so. Yeah, man. So just learn it as I go along, right? Yeah, you're always going to shortest route because it, as I said, once you're working with large workbooks, just need the formula. Right. Because if you're working with a larger workbook than this, so for instance, because you realize Excel goes all the way down to, you can see, you can have thousands of rows. All right. You're not getting it for the percentage? Mm-hmm. It didn't work? Sorry?
That's what they call it, right? He was another side.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not logical, way.
This one, it's a bit of math and some IT. What did you take on this cell though?
Lots of IT.
Yes.
And this is what I'm getting.
You get to know 1
Yeah.
equal J3 is J3 divided by B32. You have B32. Oh, B3? No, you have B32. Where have the thing?
Down here.
B32.
So isn't that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. Did you change this to percentage?
Okay, so even if I change, when I change the percentage. So then we'll have to do that first.
Yeah, you could change the percentage. Yeah, man. Good. You're welcome. All right. So for the coursework now, that's where we are.
Yeah, so let's see.
Okay. Yeah. So I started for this. Let me just delete that quickly.
The raw scores.
No, I'm going. Yes, I'm calculating the raw scores for the
Coursework.
coursework. So how would you calculate that then? Because we're calculating the courseworks, you know. So the courseworks are these. Just one Excel access.
The average one.
Yeah, to add, right? No, man, we're just calculating the overall. So we wouldn't divide.
So your average.
So we just add it, correct? Yes. So I just went ahead and add equal. Click on the first raw score plus And for Excel,
Plus 16.
all right, so wouldn't you use the raw scores? We would use the scaled scores.
Really?
Yeah, because we scaled it. Yeah, so it should add up to 50%. Right. So we use the scale score and not the raw scores.
To calculate the raw score?
Why is that?
Yeah, because this is the coursework. Right? So this is where the scale score comes in.
Okay.
And it should be out of 50. Where did I get that?
Out of
All right, so
50.
yeah, this is saying 53. Let me see.
I thought you'd have added all the raw scores and averaged them.
No, wouldn't need that.
Okay.
All right, so it seems as though I had some error somewhere. Yeah, I have an error somewhere because I'm getting 53. Yes, something is wrong.
Okay, you supposed to get.
You will get it because the small 100% will be across.
Right, you get next time 55.
24 to 60. 24 to 60.
So it's wrong. Is that error something?
What might be the easiest thing is to add up that across.
16, 17, and 16. 16, 17, and
69, 16, 32, 30. So it'd be 43.
Yeah.
16, 17.
16, 17, 22.
16, 17, and 20.
So 20 plus 17 is 37.
53. It's 53, man. 53 point.
Okay, so there's an error somewhere in mine.
Why is there an error? 16, 17, and 20.
Because it should be out of 50. It should be out of 50.
63.
Not out of. It should be out of 50, not 53.
Okay.
I totally understand 50, correct.
Okay. Something has gone awry. Maybe the scale score for I-11 is incorrect.
All right, yeah. So I see where the error is. So the test score 1 should be 20. Raw score. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can.
So everything else after that is
All right. So the error was access should have been out of 15%.
15.
Out of 15. Out of 15.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's. But it's on the paper though, that's what I'm looking at. So it should have been out of 15. So test score 1 should have been out of 20. Yeah, yes, I guess that was a typo. 15. Okay.
Excel out of 15.
And this should have been out of.
Excuse me for 1 minute, please. I'll be right back.
Access out of 15. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So it should have been out of 15 instead of out of 20.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can just simply go ahead and change this to 15. Yeah, and I can just go ahead and just.
And you copy all the way down.
All the way down, correct. And the values should change.
So
same thing for this.
For access.
And, Alright, and everything should add up to out of that now. Out of 50. Correct.
Right.
So the scale score is this.
Okay.
Yes, so it would have been best if we were working in pairs, right? We figured out things better.
Yeah, that works in charge.
Right, there you go.
But because it's weekend and nobody.
So now you can use your handle to calculate all of this.
Yeah, just enter. So as you can see, nothing is above 50. 50 there. Yes, always. All right.
But that's not the raw score, but that's not really the raw score, that's the percentage.
It's not the percentage. I guess you can change this to total raw score for the coursework.
I missed something.
When you do percentage, you know?
No, it wouldn't be percentage. But it is a scale score, and the scale score is out of 20.
So what's the
Out of
No, so that's what we call it.
exact
No, not the percentage as yet. So we can calculate the percentage right here now.
So we get 50% of the final exam.
Yeah, but this is just coursework, it's not final exam yet.
The final
It's 50,
score
and the
for
coursework is 50.
Yes.
What I'm saying is what you have come right now in the coursework is 50%. That's what you made that come to 50%. So it's not raw score anymore, it's percent.
No, well, as you realize, percentage is beside it as well.
Yeah.
So I guess we could have total scale score instead of raw score right here.
Change.
No, we cannot change that.
That's how we go and make it a percent after that.
And then it's the percentage in the next column. So we can calculate the percentage right here. Yes. So I guess we can remove the scale score for right here. I guess the table showed us.
This is because you do
You have to leave it.
Look down and love it.
And it adds those.
If you change it now,
I didn't put scale score in the first place there, I just left it, because if you had the beginning, you would need it, so.
Yeah. Wouldn't need it.
You need it.
But the table shows. I was just following the table.
So it has to
Allow.
be part of the table.
Coursework, I was in here. Just one. You're at number 7?
I'm at number 5. Number 5.
I mean, 5 this week.
Sure, man. Good. Yes. So as I can see, there's a note there. You should calculate the percentage for the coursework out of 50. So what we would need is this column that I have right here. So we calculate the raw score and we calculate in percentage, which is out of 50.
It's already 44.07 out of 50.
No man, that's a scale score for coursework, just raw score and percentage. Right, and to calculate the percentage, now we'll go about that, right? Equal this
So what? Divided by
divided by 50, correct?
or
Divided by 50, and we can autofill that.
percentage.
Yes,
That doesn't make sense.
and percentage.
That doesn't make sense to me, sorry.
Mhm.
Because if I'm saying another 50% from that, then I'm gonna do the same thing again. I might as well use what you have on the raw scores out of 50. And we did the exam part, not raw.
This raw score goes added to the exam.
Yeah, because there's still the final score to calculate as well.
Scale score plus the 44 is
So
Now we're just saying that this column is not necessary.
Right, but the raw score for coursework is already open.
Because really what I'm supposed to say, that is really 50% of the score. So
Yeah, because if you saw what percentage, you know, you're gonna have to go back and change it back to 44.07% again.
So, alright, I guess what?
To be a slave to his table.
No, but I
Alright.
want to make sure I'm understanding.
Alright. see what you would be going into the final exam with. So if you want to show your students what you're going into the final exam with, then you could show them this.
Okay, all right.
In a sense. You get it, right?
And that's
So in a
exactly
sense.
what they say.
Yes. So you're actually showing, so this would
They
be
said they're going into 44, so you need to know how much to make it up.
to make it up to that. No, but the percentage is different now because so the yeah. So it is just out of 50% in a sense. So
Yeah, but if you say 88% over 50%.
getting what you're saying. I get what you're going.
Well, I understand where you're going.
Yeah.
It's like saying to somebody, hey, you really did well in the coursework.
In a sense.
So this is what you look like. Of course,
So far.
you the task up right now. It's
Right
like
now.
you feel,
In a
however,
sense. But the final exam is still to come. Correct. Alright. Alright. So I'm just going to unmerge this.
So that's what I was asking. So you don't need a scale score.
No. And as I can see, the table doesn't have a scale score there either. It just has raw score and percentage.
Right.
All right, so for number 6 now it says calculate the final exam score for the students. So the raw score is out of 70 as described above. So calculating the percentage for the final score as well as the scaled score.
okay, so it's called making scores up again, right?
Yes, for the final exam again.
So they say the bonus mark.
So
That shouldn't happen in real life.
yes. So let's give them some grades.
You look like, who's that nice guy? This one give me trouble.
I don't like that name.
Right, so everyone following online?
Sorry, right?
Yes.
So the coursework, the percentage of what is the formula? Is the
For the raw score?
no, percentage for coursework, the percentage.
Okay, yeah man, it's the same.
What is it?
So it's the raw score divided by 50. Divided by 50. Okay, sure. All right. So for
You have to put it divide by 50.
yes,
Divide by 50.
divide by 50. Yeah, and drag it down. So everyone online following so far? Yes, we need a raw score.
That's what it is.
All right, and it says it should be out of 70 as well. See, so we're basically halfway through. We're halfway through already.
What time do
So
the
it's
class
out of.
end, Ryan?
Sorry, go again, Ms. Morris.
What time is the class end?
It should end at 3:30.
Oh, okay. The time I took off.
Okay. And it's straightforward so far.
We're taking those from now. Are you still making those up?
Yeah, so we're making up the raw scores for the final exam as well.
Okay. Oh, so you always make up the raw scores?
Yes, correct.
Not in reality.
It's not in reality.
I suppose
Yes. And the formula is the same across, right? To calculate the percentage on the scale score.
The raw score times 50.
For the
percentage.
oh yes, for the final exam, final exam, correct. So to be out of 50 by 50, right?
The raw score always has to be made up, Ryan.
If the raw score has to?
Always has to be made up.
Yes, yes.
As long as it is out of 70, that it is out of. Whatever it is being out of the numbers will fall below that or the actual number.
I'm not hearing you so clearly. Go again.
I'm saying in order to arrive at the raw score, you would use the actual number out of which it is being marked or numbers lower than the actual number. Just
Yes, so
making
it would be lower. It would be lower than 70.
lower or the number itself.
Equal to, lower than or equal to 70.
Pardon?
It should always be lower than or equal to 70.
Yeah, that's what I'm confirming. Thanks.
Yeah, because remember the key that was right here.
Yes, yes.
So the value is out of 70.
Yeah.
And again, once you do that, you basically finish, because the other parts of it is to do the if, except for that, the if statement to calculate the pass or fail,
Yeah.
which we will get to. Or 20, but the percentage. Correct. Another thing with the absolute value, so look at this now. We use the absolute value for the percentage, right? And we refer to cell B2. So if we wanted to make a change, say in the future, well, not using an exam format, but if we make a change in the future, and we change this to say out of 60, simply do that, and the values would change automatically. So instead of going through out of 70, correct? Yes, so it doesn't change. So once I change it, then everything falls in place. So that is one of the advantages of absolute value. Right. Final, right? 50. 50. All right, I just want to quickly get to the if statement again, to the final part of it. Mhm. Okay, sure. Yeah, so there is one other thing. We're supposed to calculate overall scores right there as well. So let me just put overall scores. So merge and center these two cells. Overall. And how to do the overall score? So it would be the final exam plus the coursework, right? No, because no, remember the coursework
Coursework.
plus exam
So that
Coursework is the skills
from the exam. Okay.
So overall score is coursework plus.
Which are the skills for the exam here?
Okay, so we did it out of 50.
Right.
So it was the percentage that we got here, which is 68 out of 70. So 68 out of 70 multiplied by 50. By
Where
50.
did you get
Scale score. Yeah, man. So it's out of 50. Mhm. So it would be.
Use it off of the, you should use it off of the scales.
Use it off the percentage column.
So use it percentage.
Not talk about the skills score, we have the skills score for the final exam.
For the final exam.
overall score.
No,
The scale.
Yeah, what do you got the scale score for the final exam?
For the final exam. So it was this times 50. The percentage times 50.
Percentage.
Times 50. Because the formula is already there. And the overall score would be the scale score for the final exam plus the raw score for the coursework. And it should not go down. Yes, go ahead, Miss Marie.
No, I was just thinking out loud.
Okay.
Oh.
So the overall score is there. We can see. It should not be more than 100.
So for the coursework plus the
Plus the final exam. Final exam, correct.
Oh, okay.
So I guess instead of raw score right here, we could have a total skill score, right? Or coursework skill score to make it a bit easier. We can do that. Correct.
Question.
Yes.
If you have percentage in there, and then you have the scale score, what do you got rid of the percent?
You mean for this?
Yeah, in other words, when you got scale score before, on the final exam,
Yes.
you said it was equal and it would have been with P whatever.
It would be this
Right.
times 50.
Times 50. Right, but why did you get percent up there?
Okay, because we didn't format it to be a percentage, so the column wouldn't be. Sorry.
Because you have to.
Yeah, man, because you see now.
9% up.
No, yeah, you see, this is still number. So the column wasn't formatted to be percentage. It is formatted to be a number. And the overall score, as I said, it shouldn't be more than 100, and you can see none is there based on that. Really? Oh, yeah, understand. If it works. yeah, get it. Yeah, get it. But I guess that's easy to change as well, right? Because once you go ahead and change the raw score, then it should be able to. I feel so.
score, that should be fine.
And then start to get that kind of they want almost hoping
Yeah. Yeah, you can understand it. Alright, yeah. Alright, so the final one was the pass or fail, right? So overall score pass or fail. Let's do that.
If you have just added to scale score from coursework and scale score from final exam, is that the same total you have?
The same total for the overall scores.
Right.
Yes.
You have to use the percentage of.
No man, no, I didn't use a percent. I didn't use a percentage. I just.
That's what I'm saying. So why did you do that step?
So the percentage is irrelevant. That's what you're saying.
No. Coursework percentage 88%. Why was that needed?
You're talking this column that I'm in, right?
No, we'll go 2 more columns. So we have 88% at the top there.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why was that column needed?
All right, let me see. So just want to give them an understanding of what or how much they got. How much they got.
Because we didn't need it.
We didn't really necessarily need it, but yes.
Thank you. That's what I was.
Right.
She's a kind of pass.
Yes.
She's making sure the logic of the money.
Yes.
Less work.
But you might never know where we might need information.
So normally the cost is
All right.
8%, right?
Yes, so the if statement. All right. So the formula is equal if
Equal if
overall score. How would you go about it? Is greater than or equal to?
Go ahead and start to see. Equal.
Yeah, greater than or equal to. No, all right. So this was saying for number 8, use an appropriate function in Microsoft Excel. Calculate the pass or fail status for each student on this condition that any student who gets 44.5 or above. 5, yes.
So it is greater than or equal to what is pass.
44.45.
the R11 is the overall score.
In gray? Yeah, man. So once you begin to type, it automatically shows that right. Guides you and auto. Auto-sum? No, but you wouldn't get the pass fail because what we wanted to display in this column is pass or fail. Alright, someone was different. So you're saying that I should try the auto-sum? More functions. And if it's there as well. And then put in the logic test. Yeah. Yeah. With the, yeah, I think it did.
And that's the one thing that I want to do that time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
44.1 was the cost?
If alright, so if the overall score, which is this column, is greater than 44.45. Yes, Ms. Morris, you're saying something?
No, go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, sure. Come on.
When you're gonna put 44.4, you're gonna walk it up from equal.
Pass, right? I don't have the equals to M, I have the equals to at the beginning. So I would have, yes, double quotes I put there.
Then
So what this is saying now, if the overall score is greater than or equal to, miss the equal sign, thanks. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yes. So if it's greater than or equal to 44.45, then if the condition is true, as you can see, we would put pass. But if it is false, we put fail. just press enter there. Right? And I would just go down and jump.
So we have no clear.
Yes, all of my students passed. Yes. Yes, so once I change RAS, it should automatically.
Oh,
You must have feared something real.
I'll just go ahead and give some. So,
Mr. Lewis has his hand up.
oh, yes, go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. There is one clarification that needs to be put in. For the coursework, you have the headings there, raw score and percentage. Bear in mind that that should not be raw score because they were already the scaled scores that are brought.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That heading
yes,
there,
so
yes, that is to be scaled.
Yes, so it would be total
That
scale,
score
right?
there is to be scaled score. Yes,
Mm-hmm. So I guess scale would be a
that's
better
right. So
edit.
that scale score now. So that scale plus the exam scale will give you the total or the overall score.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. We were discussing that earlier.
We're discussing it earlier, but we follow the forward.
We should just follow in along. Yes, so the correct heading that should have been there should have been total skill score instead of raw score. But get it. The 44?
What's the example?
There is the information that they give.
So if I remember, you replace it back to 100%.
Mm-hmm. I did.
So 44 is what you're using for 70.
Yeah.
But that's really not the pass mark. 44 to 70 is different. You should have had 60 because it's 100% you made equated.
Okay. Oh, understand what you're saying. So you're saying for the pass and fail?
Right.
So
So to get the pass and fail.
So I'm going to go back in there and put 60.
It's kind of true. Well, that's around it is.
So I'm putting 60.
You have to go. Okay, no problem. Yeah, man. So basically, we're basically through. Yeah, man. So we basically go through all of the formulas so far. It's just for now the max, the min, and the average, which we can all calculate as well, right? Mm-hmm. And we put in the pie chart, and we count how many persons passed or failed.
Okay, this morning if you do the assignment from morning to coming.
I guess some of us think the longer way, and there are a lot of shorter ways there. That,
So if I don't use it, I lose it.
oh,
So I have to go and delete it.
I get it. Yes, yes. Yes, someone was saying something online just now.
Visual and kinesthetic. Yeah, and so you see the practice.
Yes, so everything should be straightforward now, right? Because everything else we would have went through for the rest of the instructions. So quite simple, right? So far, right?
We just write that.
Just practice.
You did more answer last night.
I'm not sure, Ryan, but if I come up on a roadblock, I will let you know.
Okay, okay, you would kind of lose it there. Yeah, so no problem, no problem. So I guess we'll learn then, and we can now build our own school management system, our grade sheet. Right, so I can give you guys until tomorrow after class. Can go ahead and just present. So tomorrow at the ending of class, we would see how far and would correct any errors that we have. So as I said, your worksheet should look something as what you were seeing before.
I want to just
Right, so your thing should look something like this. You can, yes, 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 you should. Yes, you can. Or remember at the beginning it said for the assignment it said Northern Caribbean University. So I guess that is what you should have there. Remember at the beginning of the Word document, the thing there, it says Northern Caribbean University is interested in creating a spreadsheet. So I guess that is what you should have there. And it should look something like this, as you can see. So you can go ahead and color code. Remember, we were discussing the color coding thing. So just to
Ryan, are
make
you going to
everything.
send this recording this evening?
Yes, yes, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Please. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. You're welcome. So you can go ahead and put in the logo of NCU, Northern Caribbean University, and so on. And the same, these are the instructions. You should copy a sheet, you should create a pie chart and the column graph as well. All right, then everyone. So thanks again for coming, and see you guys tomorrow.
Okay. God willing.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye.
Is there a close quote after the word fail?
Yes.
And then close friends.
And then close
Please share with
parentheses.
us your recording again. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I will share the recording as soon as it becomes available. So that will be sure. Just stop it.